A guy I met at a work event out of town won't stop bothering me. May 10, 2023. Hello, I created a throwaway so that I can share it anonymously. Around 10 months ago, I am 25, went on my first work-related trip to a different city. There I met Jerry, 43 years old. I know there is a huge age gap, but I know myself, I am generally into older guys. I met him at the hotel lobby I was staying. He asked me out on a coffee. I said yes. He was really charismatic. I was blushing the entire time. We spent a good weekend together. No sex, by the way. We did kiss multiple times. He gave me his number and he didn't wanted to add me on social media because he said he doesn't use it. He did give me an Instagram ID to contact. This really made me a bit suspicious. I had this gut feeling that something about him was not right. So, I decided to search and do some background work. I tried to search him on Facebook and other social media, but I hit a wall. I remembered that he gave me a business card. It was a card from his company. I also asked for a friend's help to find something on him. I don't know, I was just adamant of finding some dirt on him. Eventually we did find some interesting facts. That jerk is married with 2 kids. I saw his kids. One is about 16 to 17, another one is around 10 to 11. I wanted to throw up. I know my own sister tried to kill herself because her boyfriend cheated on her. I know the pain even if it is second-handed. I cut off all contact with him. I blocked his number. Few weeks after I totally ghosted him, I saw him at the parking lot of my office. He knew where I worked. Again, my fault because I told him where I worked. He asked me why I didn't return his calls and blocked him on everything. I screamed at him, called him a liar. I told him I knew he was married. He had kids. In fact, his oldest son is closer to my brother's age. This is really disgusting. He broke down crying and begging me to not leave him. He kept ranting how unhappy he is in his marriage. He just wanted someone to love him, and when he saw me, he fell in love with me and he wants to be with me. I told him this is not possible. He is married. I cannot do this to a woman. Even if I don't know her, I have a decency to not ruin someone's marriage and forever be known as a homewrecker. He kept begging. I had to threaten him that I would shout so that people can throw him out. His calling and stalking didn't stop. I asked a friend and coworker of mine to escort me to my car because I was so afraid that Jerry would come towards me. He sent me messages after messages saying he was sorry, that he can be a better man if I am with him. I had to deactivate my social media for a while. For like 5 months it was calm and quiet. I had no issue. Then again I get a message in my email from Jerry saying that he has divorced his wife for my sake, and since he is not with his wife now, he and I can be together. I was really creeped out by this. I told him over and over again I do not want him. His harassment didn't stop. He threatened to ruin my career. He blamed me for ruining his marriage because I made a move on him. It is not true. He was the one who approached me first. I was just a little friendly with him. If I knew he was married back then, I would never ever reciprocated to his flirting. I feel lost. I keep blaming myself that maybe all of this won't happen if I had not been friendly with him. I also don't want him to ruin my career, but I am scared for my life. Edit. I think I should mention I am not from USA. The police in my area are corrupt. Jerry is in a very high position in his company. He can easily ruin my career. I am collecting evidence because of his harassment. Update. My stalker's wife wants to contact me. Should I go? May 24, 2023. Hi, couple of weeks ago I posted here asking for help. A guy I met on a work trip lied about being single. He has a wife and kids too. He has been stalking me. He told me he left his family for me so I should be with him because he made a big sacrifice for me. I have decided to file a restraining order, but these things take time in my country. But I have my dad and uncle with me. They are helping me find a new place and probably a new job. As soon as I can serve him with restraining order I can be relieved, but I am afraid it will work or not because he seems mad. His messages have been reduced because I threatened to call his wife. But the problem is yesterday, his wife emailed me and said that she wants to meet me. She said in details that she knows that her husband has some connection with me. I have never met this woman in my life. I don't know why she wants to meet me. I am guessing she wants to talk. But then again he told me he left his wife. Then how did his wife knew my information or even my email? If I meet her, my stalker could know I talked to his wife. I am really scared about my life. What should I do? A part of me thinks that she might help me with my case. Has anyone ever been in my position? Update on stalker's wife. May 27, 2023. So, I took your advice and didn't went to see her. We had couple of email exchange. I told her clearly under no circumstances I want to meet someone who I cannot trust. Whatever she has to say, she can say it in my email. She understood. I thought she would be opposed this idea. She told me she has been having doubts about her husband for a long time. So, she hired someone to keep an eye on him. There she found out he has been having an affair with multiple women. The first time he did this she forgave him, but this time he is only stuck on me. She said that she found some pictures of me on his laptop. She shared a file which contained some pictures of me coming out of my office, me going to the gym, me going out to eat. I was shaking. I was in a very emotionally vulnerable state after seeing that I cannot be safe in my own life. I felt like I am being watched. Even now I am typing this. Imagine being a prisoner in your own house. I ended up telling the wife to have a Zoom meet for 5 minutes. I used a disposable account and just for extra safety I had the Zoom call on a public space along with a friend. I do not trust anyone at this point. I gave her some condition that I will not be showing my face. If she wants to show her face to me, then fine, it is up to her. I saw her for the first time. She looked like the woman I saw in Jerry's picture with his wife and kids. She was basically crying and telling me she had made a huge mistake. She should have left that time, and now he is bringing shame to her as well. I didn't say much, just the story of how me and Jerry met. Also, Jerry lied. He didn't leave his wife. He was not separated from her. But I am sure he will be now. I feel so exposed. I can't believe this is happening to me. I always saw this happen in movies. I am moving in with my cousin because I do not feel safe anymore. I wish I never met him. I feel disgusted that I kissed him and I hugged him. I don't think any amount of shower is enough to wash all of that away. Also, I feel guilty that I broke a family too. Thanks for listening to my vent. I don't think I will update anymore until I get the restraining order.
Would I be the asshole if I didn't get my sister a wedding gift? Post on May 25th, 2023. Okay, so I am a wedding planner, so when my sister announced she was getting married, most of our family, her included, assumed I'd help plan it for her. I initially didn't really want to, as her wedding is right in the middle of busy season, so I'd miss out on gigs that would pay. But then I decided that she's my sister and this would be a good wedding gift and would just help with the wedding stress. She was so happy when I agreed and we started going over her plans and themes. I found some venues and we went to look at them. I took care of all of the catering, so all she had to do was taste test and pick. I was also able to use my connections to get her special deals and stuff like that. At first it was pretty smooth, but as time went on it just got more and more stressful. She wouldn't communicate with anyone and almost got her photographer to quit. I had to convince him to stay. She'd constantly change her mind on things, and then get mad they were changed, as I should have known she was just being indecisive and that I should have stuck with the first option. While I was setting up the registry, she told me I could have first dibs on what gift I was getting her. I looked at her confused and said that my help planning was my gift. She then said that a lot of family helped out and they are still getting gifts. I told her that other family members helped move furniture or lend me their car to pick up supplies. I was doing most of the work and was missing out on actually getting paid helping her. She said she's grateful for my help, but that this wouldn't really constitute a gift unless I was paying for things like her dress or the venue. And she said it didn't matter when I brought up that my connections have literally saved her thousands when you add them up. She's now calling me cheap and is getting our family involved. I don't know what she told them. They won't tell me, but they keep saying how selfish I am to make my sister's big day all about me. If I could afford it, I wouldn't mind getting her something. But the cheapest thing in the registry is almost $200 and I'm not well off. Plus my loss of income, I can't afford something like that right now. I want to support her, but I don't think I'm gonna get her a gift. Would I be the asshole if I didn't? Oop is voted, not the asshole. Update on May 27th, 2023. I took some of your advice, but didn't go as extreme as I think some of you were hoping I would. Sorry, but I can be of a people pleaser and I don't want to ruin what is supposed to be a happy moment in her life. I put together a list of everything I had done, including all the discounts I had gotten her. I'm not sure if she knew they were discounts, as I didn't say they were discounts. I was saying things like, I have been able to get you a quote of X amount from Y for Z, as well as stating what I would normally charge for a wedding this sized. I then texted her to ask if we could get some lunch and talk. When she arrived, I showed her the list and explained that I'm not asking her to pay this, but I wanted her to see how much I'm helping her and how much money I am losing by doing her wedding instead of taking on a client who would pay. At first she was shocked at the amount and accused me of lying to try and make her feel bad. I was able to show her bills from other weddings I had done before, and a quick Google search showed that my prices are pretty average. She had never looked up any wedding planner or their rates because she assumed I was always gonna do it. She said she thought it wasn't that much as I didn't seem to be well off. I told her that while it does pay well, I can't take on crazy amounts of clients since I need to give quality service and that I might not always get clients all year. Plus, I have a few medical expenses that can take out a large chunk. She said I still must have some money saved up. I said I do, but that I would be having to use it to cover my bills and stuff since my income is taking a hit due to taking on her wedding. After a while of insisting that some of the items on her registry aren't that expensive, she relented. I wouldn't have to get her anything since I had gotten her enough discounts to qualify as a gift and that she was grateful for my help and services. Honestly, I didn't know how much this was stressing me until that relief washed over me. I was thankful that this was over and we could continue with planning her wedding. I asked her to clear things up with our family as they won't talk to me about it. She agreed and sent a group text explaining that the gift incident was just a misunderstanding and that we had talked it out and cleared things up. For those who are saying that her registry seems very expensive, her new husband, his family friends, and a lot of her friends are very wealthy, and she makes sure our parents and other close family are taken care of, so she kinds has become disconnected from people with normal financial status like me. There are a lot of things on the list like designer handbags, clothes, shopping sprees, dinners, and even a car and second home on there. The cheaper items are some simple jewelry she liked. She paid for my part of the lunch as an apology, and since I'm struggling and things are all good now, I think. Thanks, everyone.